Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
Hey everybody.
Today we are working on a hog rug.
You don't hear that very often. Not many people make their wild boars into rugs, but we have a rug shell. We got a great hog from Texas, brindle colored. It's gonna be fun.
Hey, let's do this.
All right, we got this back from the tanners, and I think I may have showed it in a previous episode, but you can see that brindle colored on the hog. The tanning did really great. Plus we've got the rug shell, which I've already started to work on. You can see where I set the screw in there, but I just wanted to see if it was going to be big enough to be able to handle this size of hog. That's basically what we've got, so this will be fun. You don't see very many of these. All right, so you want lukewarm to warm water when you're hydrating these hides, like you do with the bears and the mountain lions and all the other rugs too. So what I use is I use a McKenzie relaxer or degreaser. It's kind of for both, but it's for the hides. But you don't put much of this in there to relax that hide. Maybe just a cap full for this size, but not a whole lot in there. You can see where everything's been turned out inside out when I shipped it down to the tanners. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put that portion of the head into the water. Something about like that. Laundry soap container to hold that down in there. I'll let that start working. Go ahead and set that down. All right, this is my rug board. We've used it in previous episodes, but you can see where I've cleated the ends off to fit on my table, where that'll fit right over the edge that I can put the head of the boar on here. And you can see where we've got it all squared off, measured to where I can staple that hog rug to the board. Previous, you can see where we do a 2-color toned on the ruffle. But since the hog is smaller, we want to give it more definition. I'm actually going to put a 3rd color. So it's going to be called a tri-ruffle. I don't do many that way, but sometimes like on my smaller critters, it gives it more definition and takes up a little more space on the wall. So the tri-colors, what I do is I try to get neutral colors and to match that brindle color on the hog. Your brown is going to be your bottom, your light's going to be in your middle, and this color is going to be against the skin. So I finally have hair. All right, now we're going to stitch all my seams together from each one of the colors before I make my long one. Then right before the end, I always reverse it. Then I trim off my ends. All right. Now I've got all 3 colors, the length stitched together. Now we've got to put them all together. So I'm going to do 2 at a time. The lighter color is going to be in the middle. I want there to be about 2 to 3 inches between the 2 to make that work. And then we'll bring the last color on the top, and then the brown will be what's underneath. So. Got all 3 colors put together. Now we got to roll it up. All right, we've let this soak for a little less than an hour, but I'm coming in to see pliability on the nose. I want to see the skin, which were there. The biggest thing is that I've got to be able to get the ears turned, which I'm going to be able to do that. So we'll get rid of our water. I think I've got the ears relaxed just enough. You see those critters coming back out. Perfect. All right, now that we've got it relaxed, before we bondle the ears and start taking care of the face, I'm just test fitting it once again. I'm gonna be able to get that nose to relax around that on the form, making sure my eyes match up to my eyes, which they do, and you can kind of see how that rug's going to look. There's several different jaw sets that you can get for these forms. I usually use the plastic ones on the shoulder mounts, but on this one, this is a ceramic. It's have a little more accent in the tusks and on the top, but it's got a flat back on both. So it's easier to glue inside the form. Now you can do a 2-part epoxy glue, you can do a Gorilla Glue, but I actually hot glue with this works really, really well. Okay, so I've taken that set screw that I set in there and I'm actually removed it, and that way I can set the jaw set. You can see where that jaw set will fit in there. Kind of perfect on the inside there, so. You can insert the tongue later on. You can see right here where that tongue will fit in there, but that doesn't necessarily need to be till after the fact. See how that looks there? So it'll sit pretty good to where we want it. Same thing with the other ones, but with the hog ears, there's not going to be a whole lot of definition. They are big, but they're just round and pretty flat. So basically all we're doing is just getting that cut position on that ear, so we make sure all that hair is going to tuft out on the top, make it look pretty cool. Bury that in a little bit and you'll have to fill that hole with the clay. All right, they're calling for a 28mm dark colored boar eye, very similar to a deer eye. You can use lighter colors if you want to, but especially with this rug, we're going to use the darker colored eye. Same thing with the deer and the elk eyes, these hog eyes. I'm just gonna make sure the iris is where, or the pupil, sorry, is where I want it to be. So I can see the direction you want it facing towards the nose. We're gonna insert that in. Okay, now we're gonna fill all of our voids, any of those spots where we put those deck screws in to hold the form. Okay, and then I'm also going to come around and clean up our seam. Add a little water to it. Okay, now that our Bondo is set inside our ears and they look really, really good, I've removed the paper towels. And now on the back side, I'm going to fill those voids with that critter clay that may have not been able to catch with the Bondo. Since we've got a higher back than most rug shells, I'm going to make sure and score this because I am going to glue it. My medicated paste is only going to be put on the top. And I'm not going to go too far on the nose with it. We are going to soften up that hide before we rug it, but what I'm doing is I'm actually using a soft mallet to set those T-pins right along that top edge. Okay, now I've got my eyes where I want them. I got my ears pretty much where I want to pin them at. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the eye just like I do there. I'm going to leave all this off and I can cut it, but what I need to do is find out where the center point of my eyeball is and then pin it in that spot, and then we work around the eyeball itself. Okay, another long night in the shop. Got the hog rug put together. Actually turned out really kind of cool. A little more detail, high arch, got the tail in the back. Turned out pretty good. See how much stitching and time it took for that? Like us, subscribe, have a good one. We'll see you next week. Take care.